Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's finally here. We have our brand new VH-16, and you heard it right, it's still a VH, but it is a hard top. So this is just rolled off the production line probably about a month ago, and we are taking orders on them at the moment. So I wanted to take the time to talk to you about a few features on this van that are new and that a lot of people have been asking questions about. The first thing we're going to talk about is we have changed it to a dual axle. So this does a couple of things. It takes our ATM from around that 2950 mark up to that 3.5 ton. So it's going to increase your payload by a few hundred kilos, which, hey, who can't use a little bit of extra storage at the time? Now, being a grouping suspension underneath the van as well, it's going to give you a fair bit of flex within the van itself for it. So the other key component is going to be this external kitchen, which we are known for. So a few changes in here. We've moved the cooktop to be in a more central location, whilst then changing the left-hand side of this. Instead of having hatches in there, we've now made them shelves, which can be adjusted as well. So if you do have some things that you're wanting to store that are a little bit higher than others, you're going to be able to do that with ease. All right, now self-explanatory, we do not have the pop top in this. So it is a hard top version, so obviously there's no electronic roof with the worm drive. We're still using our sandwich panel with the extrusion kit that we've been using from the ground up. So in turn, what that then gives you is a full van traveling height whilst maintaining that narrower van compared to a standard caravan itself, hence keeping it in that VH range itself. Your external awning lights, they're still going to be white. You're still going to have plenty of room out here. Nothing else really changes in that regard. But guys, let's step inside the van and have a look at a few features that are new this year. Alrighty, now inside the van, as you can see, I'm quite tall. I'm 6'2", and I still have plenty of room above my head, even standing under the air conditioning unit. So in this van, in the VH series, the air conditioning unit will be a standard, and it is a true venter, meaning you will be able to run it off the base system at all times, which is fantastic. Now, new to this van, you're going to have your overhead cupboards, which is going to be on both the awning side, on the driver's side, and at the rear of the van. So we are keeping to our timber-free construction, full aluminium cupboards and doors, which not only in turn gives you lightweight, but durability in the long run as well, which is fantastic. Now, the biggest thing I've seen as an upgrade, especially because being tall, is the electronic table. Now, the table release itself is electronic. Up at the rear of the van, it then pops out and is extremely sturdy and is a little bit longer as well. So you can definitely fit two of you here for a sit-down meal, play a game of cards on a rainy day, whatever it might be. Now, the change to this is they have made it into the actual bed frame itself. So when you do store it, it's a simple click in and it locks into place, so it's not going to go anywhere whilst you're traveling. Under the bed, big changes here, guys. We've now made it a honeycomb option as opposed to the aluminium. That in turn is going to be very good for condensation and things like that as well. So that's a big improvement and a big upgrade. A couple of small little things. The whole battery management system is now kept under here, and they have made improvements to that. So standard, we're running a 300 amp hour battery that is lithium, partnered up with a full Energive battery management system and a 2000 watt Energive inverter. We do have an option to upgrade that battery management system. If you want to know a little bit more about that, get in contact with us. We'll be able to talk you through it. I guess the biggest next part to this van is all of our VH range have always had a combined toilet and shower. This is the first of its kind where we've gone the complete opposite and gone to the separate toilet and shower. So I'll talk you through that. Now, in here, we're going to be looking to have the toilet, which is a composting toilet. Now, unlike other composting toilets, this is our own design, and what I mean by that is all of your liquids are going to be going in through your grey water tank and all of the solids into a bucket. So with that grey water tank, you can empty that out at any stage, and with the bucket, you're probably going to have about 2 to 3 weeks for a couple. When you're finished with it, you take the bag out, you can bin it, bury it, or burn it without having any smell whatsoever. Or if you've got a nice veggie patch at home, chuck it on that. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Moving on to the rear of the van, this is where we're going to have the shower. Now, a little bit more than just a shower. At the back of it, we also do have some cupboards as well. Now, these aren't waterproof, but it's going to be fantastic to be able to store your toiletries, shampoos, conditioners, toothbrushes, the whole kit and caboodle. So exclusive to the VH-16 Hard-top, when you do buy this van, you're going to be coming with a king bed as a standard, we can look at doing a queen bed with side storage, but you are also going to get these nooks up to the back of the van there to store little things like phones, books, or little bits and pieces for yourself there as well, which is fantastic. Above the kitchenette area, you do have a plethora of storage as well, so that has increased massively, and which is, look, if you're going to fill up this van, you're going to have a very hard time filling it up. It does have nearly 1 ton of payload, which is absolutely incredible and unheard of in a van this size. So we are very proud of this van. I have no doubt whatsoever this will be our benchmark moving forward, as we're already taking a massive amount of orders on this van. One thing we have kept on this van is we're following suit with our VH range with this awning that we're using here at the moment. So unlike on our VX range, where the awning is what we call a standard awning, this will be a wind out awning with 2 legs that do drop down. We've wanted to keep this in that same range because it was a better fitment, and there also wasn't room at the front to then have the bar stored down the bottom. So we have kept that option as well. Honestly guys, they're fantastic. Generally either Thule or Fiamma awnings, top of the notch quality. So this van itself is boasting our signature Kylemia decals. Now these aren't just some stickers we have found online. We have been in partnership with a guy named Darren Dunn. Amazing bloke. He does all the Indigenous artwork for the NRL. So these do actually tell a story, and this one is from the beautiful place Here I Rest. So we contacted Darren, wanted to have something fantastic on the side of our vans that celebrated our heritage, hence why we went with Kylemia, and we've gone with Wabini as well. But this one is our signature Kylemia, guys. We do offer this as an optional upgrade, and with this $1,000 goes straight to the Shoreline Foundation, which is helping with Indigenous schooling and education.